Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, November the 1st, so it's Solemnity of All Saints. It's a solemnity, so I hope everyone who sees this will really make the effort to attend Mass today. It's not an obligation in Canada. I think it might be in the States. But whether it's an obligation or not, to really try and attend Mass on this day. It is a great way to start November and a great way to complete this All Hallows Eve, to celebrate the fact that we're all called to be saints. Every one of us, every single person on the face of the earth, who's from the moment of conception till natural death. Okay, so as a result of it being a solemnity, there are three readings. Okay, so the first is from the book of Revelation. And I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000, sealed out of every tribe of the people of Israel. Excuse me. Then one of the elders, there's so much here. Then one of the elders addressed me, "Who are these robed in white, and where have they come from?" I said to him, "Sir, you are the one that knows." And he said to me, "These are they who have come out of the great ordeal. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." Okay, so we're talking here about, well, first of all, everyone is called to be saints. Every single one of us. We must be really convinced of this. Even more so because we all will come up against our human frailty, our faults, our defects, our sins, venial, perhaps even mortal sins at times. And we will, there'll be a part of us that convinces ourselves, or wants us to be convinced that we can't do this. We can with God's help, all right? We have to be encouraged, not because we're Superman or Superwoman, but because of God's infinite power. And so we must be willing to go back to Him again 1,000 times a day if necessary. So here we are, those who have come out of the great ordeal. This is most likely referring to the early persecutions of the church, and those who survived in the sense that they were faithful to Christ because they asked Him for help. They didn't rely upon their own human strength or resilience. So these are the ones who are faithful, and the same thing applies to you and to me. We may not die a bloody death, a red death. We are all called to die a white death. We may die a red death. We don't know. A white death is dying every day. And just as those people, our brothers and sisters back then in the past, could not have been successful had they not asked for grace, you and I will, but they were successful because they asked for grace. You and I will not be successful either, but we will be successful and faithful if we ask for grace. Okay, over to the second reading, 1 John chapter 3. Beloved, see what love the Father has given us, and that we should be called children of God, and that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know Him. So we are children now. What we will be has not yet been revealed. So we have to, first of all, reflect frequently, perhaps even a bit daily, on the fact that I am a child of God, I'm a son of God, I'm a daughter of God. We need to reflect on our dignity as being a child of God. I know this sounds a bit cheesy, but it's, prince or princess. I'm not princess in the sense of, oh, she's such a princess. No, but a princess in the sense that you have royal dignity. And so a prince has royal dignity. And they should want to act in a certain way because a dignity, a title has been bestowed upon them. In this world, that's external. But when it comes to Christ, that's actually internal. It affects our soul. Supposed to affect our soul. So we should be reflecting that I need to live my princely or my dignity as a child of God, as a son or daughter of God. And our holiness comes from that, relying upon Him, not upon ourselves. Okay, over to the Gospel, Matthew chapter 5, verses 1 to 12, the Beatitudes. Okay, I'm not going to read all of them. When Jesus saw the crowds, He went up the mountains. After He sat down, His disciples came to Him. Then He began to speak and taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." The first one is always absolutely significant. "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." And the sixth one, "Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God." The first commandment is essential. The first of the Beatitudes is essential, always. Just as the first sacrament is essential. You have to have baptism before you have anything else. Well, you have to, with the commandments, the first commandment sort of allows all the others to fall into place. When it comes to the Our Father, the first petition is what's necessary. And so it is here with the first of the Beatitudes. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And this, when we strive to be aware of our absolute, utter, daily, ongoing need for God's grace, it allows all the others to kind of work their work in our life. It allows us to be open to their power, to the grace that they offer us. So when we rely upon our utter poverty of spirit, the fact that even though I may be resilient, I may be tough, I may be strong, I may be all those things, unless I go before God like a beggar, I'm never going to be clean of heart. I may have a natural repugnance to certain things that will sully me or make me unclean or dirty. That's not enough. That may be enough to stay away from things that are bad, but in this world, which is so prolific in terms of pornography and all this impure stuff, it may be in some ways enough to keep things away, but it's not enough to actually help us conform to be like Christ. There we need grace. And for that, we have to go to Him empty-handed. Lord, I'm poor of spirit. I need your grace. I will cooperate with you, but I need your grace. So today, this great solemnity of All Saints, reflect on these brothers and sisters of ours who have made it to heaven. They've crossed the finish line, not because of they were so self-sufficient, but because they emptied themselves and allowed God to actually work His work in their life. That's our challenge. God bless you.